He brought the sister bill. Yeah, he brought the sister bill forward to the Senate.
He's also doing this other one. What's this other thing that he's pushing for?
He's not in the Senate. He's in the House.
I thought Rand Paul was in the Senate.
Was it freedom of speech?
I'm pretty sure he's a senator. Ron Paul was in the House.
Ron Paul was in the House. But I think
Rand Paul
is too.
I think Rand Paul's a senator. I'm pretty sure.
He's a senator?
I don't think so.
Or a governor?
He's a congressman.
Rand Paul. Do you know if he's a senator or a governor?
You can Google him for me. Google him.
Hold on.
Where's Jake at? Jake, Google something for us.
Pizza party?
I know that party well. Pepperoni, sausage, and mushroom. They're all my friends.
They all are. Okay.
Can't you tell? Keep them close all the time. I bet you so much money.
Nick Nelson said on the flip side, he said he would be for an existing member of City Council joining Occupy. Well, thinks it would be a good idea for any member of Occupy to run for any public office, i.e. City Council. And he said he thinks it would be a good idea, and it supports it. On the flip side, he said, no, Nicholas Nelson.
Oh, Nick Nelson, okay.
And he said on the flip side, would you be for an existing member of City Council joining Occupy?
Would we be for an existing member of
City Council to join Occupy?
Hell yeah.
But see, but would Occupy endorse a candidate in the next election?
Well, see, we can only endorse our own candidate.
I don't think
endorse any candidate.
Yeah,
we can't. We're nonpartisan, man.
Yeah.
The only way we can become partisan is if we had our own local party.
I don't think we need a political party. I really don't.
I do.
I think we have too much.
Nope, they're not good enough. You're judging by what's there.
No, I'm just saying.
I think that what's there is garbage. Not all of them.
As a group,
but the two major ones.
As
garbage.
a group, we can't.
Independent party is really falling under too, man.
As a group, we can't agree on issues. As a party, it would work. Making Occupy a political party would reduce the participants in the party.
Yeah. I think it would increase it.
I don't think so.
I think we could limit it down.
No, because then when you have a party,
we could limit it down to 25 major issues. We could get.
Yeah, but not everybody's going to agree on all the issues.
But it's a democracy, dude. The majority is going to have to overrule.
All right, but see, that's the thing. The people you overrule won't continue in the party. Won't join the party. I mean, why would you join a party whenever the agenda that they're setting up is against believing?
You know, there's some things that some of us here believe that others of us here don't believe, but yet we keep all coming back. There's some people that come here that don't think gay people have the right to be married. There's some of us that I'm just saying it doesn't matter, man.
What do you mean it doesn't matter?
What do you want? It doesn't matter. Listen to what I'm saying though. There's people that have disagreements already here and issues, but those aren't the issues that concern us. You know what I mean? That aren't the biggest roles. They're not taking the biggest.
But those would be the issues that would be brought through to
minor, very minor, and those kind of issues right there are made to make people go like this.
Yeah, but a lot of people.
They were made to do that to people.
But the whole idea of Occupy is to educate people of.
And there's a way of dealing with every single issue that everybody has a problem with. Like mine on abortion, we need to classify when life begins and then set a rule based on that.
The major issues we need to deal with as an Occupy group are the ones that affect everybody negatively, no matter who they follow in the political arena.
But you talk of social issues. The reason that Occupy Wall Street got together was because of the corruption of government and the access that corporations has on the government. That's the biggest issue. That's the number one issue. That's the issue that almost every Occupy group agrees with.
That is one of. There's a lot of other issues that they agree with.
But it's those corporations that are affecting us socially that are damaging us. It's because of that. Because laws are passed or bypassed because corporations get these people elected so they can subvert.
Right, but look what happened with Walmart. I mean, there was a big protest, and it was designed through Occupy, and instead of the support of the workers to go out and protest at their own stores was supported by Occupy.
Well, here's the thing. My social disposition is that everybody should do good. The people and corporations. And there shouldn't be no income inequality. Everybody, you know what I mean? Everybody pays their fair share.
See, this is
I'm
my.
not saying a fair tax. I mean, you can call it a fair tax, but it's not the fair tax that people have
I think a certain
initiated.
percentage should be set, and everybody has to pay
Right.
that percentage of their
Rich
income.
Rich people should pay on all their income, not just the first $125,000, which is all they have to pay on.
And Social Security.
Yeah.
Okay, so to settle this whole argument, huh?
Well, yeah.
Well, to settle this whole argument of whether or not we think Occupy should become a political party,
No, I don't think.
well, let's put it to a vote.
It's bigger than us.
Oh, I
to
understand that,
sadly
but
say, yeah.
for
We
us
have
as
to
a
bring it up into like a general assembly, like at Columbus. We'd have to bring that issue up there and
Yeah.
see what that kind of group would have to say about it.
But as a group, we're gonna take a vote on it to see as to whether that's an issue we're gonna pursue.
I'd like to ask for a wait on a vote for that.
Like how
Wait
long?
for what?
I want everybody, if you guys really, I'd give us a week. Next week we'll take a vote on it. But think about this for a while. Do some research into whatever you think needs you to help you get to a conclusion. Really think about becoming a political movement. All right, give it some in-depth thought.
We are a political movement. You mean political party?
Political party, yeah.
Okay.
Give it some in-depth thought. This gives you a whole week to do any kind of looking into whatever you want to do.
We could also be looking into being advocates, much the same way lobbyists are.
See, that's
Yeah.
I brought that up
Yeah.
a few different times.
Why not? Why
Right?
not fight fire with fire?
Exactly. Exactly. See, we're all about, Occupy is all about a grassroots movement, and part of our goal is to get people into government, into our government, that we know, that we've elected. How better else to do that than send our own? You know? Send somebody we know. Send somebody who stands for the same things that we stand for.
You get the people that's already involved, that's already been elected.
Well, you can try.
And you get
I
them
mean, a lot of
on
people,
your
if
side.
they're
already
already to change
crooked,
their
though.
mind and change their heart,
Yeah.
is
Compared to-
a lost cause. A lot
Right.
of people would agree to that.
It's easier to bring a good heart to a bad situation than trying to fix a corrupt heart that's already in a bad situation. I agree with that.
I mean,
Because somebody that's already crooked, man,
I love
how are
the
you going to
idea.
change their position? It's easier just to replace them with somebody who
Yeah,
cares.
it's really easy. But take somebody like Angela Zimmer who raised $500,000 and got 25% of the vote.
Did she win or lose?
She got 25% of the vote. Did she win or lose? She lost 75 to 25.
No, she lost 60.
Was it Jill Stump? No. Who was it that made it into the House or the Senate? It's female. Real big, too.
There was 12.
Corporate banking,
Here's
checking. She was.
Elizabeth Warren we're talking about.
Is that who I'm talking? Yeah, she's the
In
female.
Massachusetts, she beat Brown.
you know,
But what I'm saying is, it's fun and easy to talk about it. Let's set up a party and get in a candidate and throw him in the office. But he's got to be elected.
That's
And
the thing.
that's the problem. You have the way to continue on forward is to use the people that are already in there, and you have access to them just as much as any corporation does. The only difference between you and the corporation is they have money behind it, but you have access behind it, and if you have enough people behind you, you're gonna make
But
a
then
louder,
they-
you're gonna
but then
make
this is
a
how they-
louder sound than the money.
Yeah, but this is what it usually boils down to.
And that's been the problem.
If you use the people that are already in there, you get them to bow down to one issue or two issues, and then they go back to the same shit again. They don't do like
You have
a
to
long
keep-
list of good
you
things
have-
for the people. They just bow down to that one issue or two issues
Right.
that they'll communicate with you about, because you brought all these people and you know what I mean. You've made a big statement. Now they're gonna be like, okay, what do you want? Okay, this and this. Okay, go on. Blah 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 blah. But then they keep taking money from them. They keep allowing this. They keep allowing that. That's all bad. how is that using the people that are in there doing any good when we can just go,
Because-
hey, we're
because
going to
not-
replace you with this one?
Because not every one of them is bad. There are
Yeah, I will give
congressmen,
you that.
there are senators out there that want to make a
Some.
difference and want to make changes.
Yeah.
And those are the people that you have to support.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm all for that too, but I'm also for getting out the bad ones and replacing them with new.
But how do you
You know how you replace them all at once?
no.
A revolution. That's how you replace them all at once. You get them all out at the same time and you
Yeah.
replace them all.
All you have to be
But you can't do that. You can't do that legally. You can't get them
Well,
all at the same time.
have you seen anything on the
They have the right
Iceland
to, but-
revolution?
Good
Yeah.
luck.
What?
Iceland peacefully
A constitution.
Oh God.
abolished their entire government
How did they do
and
that?
redid the and
And
totally
yeah,
rewrote their
their
constitution and
constitution.
everything.
Yeah. And they're profiting like crazy.
they told
right now.
the banks that they will not be paying back any of their debt, any private debt to banks, and that they abolished everyone's mortgage,
Yep.
so everybody was debt free as far as their home.
They
They
did
did because
Um,
the
they did-
population is almost nil compared to another country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's small, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's how
I
they
mean,
did it.
almost nobody who has anything to do with the internal workings of that country probably came from a wealthy. How many wealthy families are in Iceland?
Maybe one or two. That's about it.
Well, it's safe to speculate, but you know,
Yeah. Definitely gonna have to read.
Iceland isn't.
But Steve,
A
what it
sheet
was
of
is it
ice.
was people.
I know.
No, but it is culture.
Iceland's green, Greenland's ice.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was
Fucking Vikings trying to
Vikings
trick people
fuck
up.
everybody up.
But yeah, I thought that was great,
It was
man.
cool. Well, what they did is they educated themselves on their country
See, I mean,
resources.
we have all kinds of shit like that. Take Brazil, for
We found
example.
out where
And
their
they found
value
out what
was.
was going on, what their actual value could be.
Right.
Look what Brazil did. They said in 10 years we're not going to be importing any oil whatsoever. And they went to an entire
Green movement, yeah.
green movement. Yeah.
I know, I've seen that.
They made out of their
Wind,
no,
electricity.
Yeah, but their oil comes from cane sugar.
Yeah. They're using a fuel soluble solution
Yeah.
made from sugar. Yeah.
And they did that in 10 years. Fuck, why can't America do that?
We can.
They can't do it because
Because it's not profitable.
Because of the access
For the big money.
of the government.
Yeah.
Big
Big
oil.
dollar money.
Big
Yeah.
oil, exactly.
It's not profitable. That's why there's no money in it. There's such an abundance of it. It's free.
You can picture America like this. The people who run America, you can easily walk into like a cathedral, and there'd only be a few, maybe about 20 to 50
I mean, imagine if fucking
of them
Hawaii
sitting
did that.
there, and those
What?
50 to
Used all their
25 to 50 people are running
to
America.
produce oil.
That's how I can view it in my head. In fact, it might even be less than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Why can't we just elect a roundtable party where people collectively run this country in a good way?
Right?
Well, I'm getting arguments from Amanda and Jake, and I kind of feel it myself that they don't want to put the vote off. They want to have a vote on it.
Vote on what?
And Sean Nestor, or not Sean Nestor, I'm sorry.
Becoming a political party?
Nick Nelson wanted to place a vote, I think, also.
They want something to vote on. I'll give them something to vote on.
Well, it's been awkward.
Well,
It's been.
Let's
seconded.
vote on
It's-
whether we should.
Well, it
prolong
was
for
something
a
that we
week.
talked about last week, too. I think if it's come to a, what was that?
Let's vote on whether or not we should prolong it a week or vote now.
Okay.
This is a vote on
Okay.
becoming a political party.
No, this
No,
is a vote.
okay.
This vote right now is to vote to have the vote now or later on becoming a political party.
Okay. Well, they obviously. Okay, do we want to have a vote or we're going to have a vote to whether to delay it for a week or to have the vote now? My vote is no. I don't think we should.
No in favor of having the vote now.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yay in vote of having the vote now. V, no,
Right.
is
No, having
going-
next
So,
I say no. What do you guys?
I vote yes.
I said we do it now.
okay, so you want to have the vote now?
We got 2 no's and 3 yes.
Now?
No.
No?
And no.
No.
What do you?
I want it now. Amanda wants it now, and Jake wants it now.
What about Nick?
And I think he's still on. And Nick votes to prolong.
Oh, all right. Hey,
So
So it's 4
this
to 3.
is
All right,
4 to
before-
3.
5 to 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 to 3.
all right. We'll vote now, but
So-
I just want to make a statement before we take this vote. All right. And my statement is that this actually can be brought up in front of a more bigger group of people, Occupy members, to get a better understanding and a better opinion of how the masses of Occupy feel about this. So just so you guys know that it could come back around again.
No,
You know
that's
what I
not
mean?
that's understandable. But
Alright.
as for something that our group needs to pursue on, our basis, we need to set it. We have other stuff that we really need to focus on other than making Occupy a political party. So,
That's what I'm saying.
in a general assembly like the Occupied Ohio General Assembly or something on a larger basis where we're involved with other groups, maybe it could be something that could be brought to attention.
Right.
To
And that's
get
the
another
only
group.
way. That's
Yeah.
where it would have to be brought up to have more of an effect
Yeah,
than
but
somewhere here.
as far as bringing up
Right.
anything like that in our general
fact,
assemblies,
Really didn't even need to be voted on tonight because I just wanted to get people's opinions of how they felt about it.
I'm a little on the
But-
fence, like I said, I'm definitely for advocating, much the same way a lobbyist does, and getting organized on something like that.
Right.
But
okay. So let's have the vote on whether or not to advocate
Becoming
or
a political
becoming
party.
a political party as Occupy.
Alright. I guess we vote yay for yes and no and for no.
Yep.
I vote no.
no,
Yes. I'll do it. I don't care.
no, because I can't. It's two different issues for me, so I can't vote yes to anything.
Okay. First vote.
Yeah, you can. You could say yes on certain terms. You could be like yes, but terms would have to be, which I think that if it was done, it needs to be done the right way. It can't be done half-assed and jokingly either. If Occupy actually took upon themselves to do this,
I don't think anything we do should be done half-heartedly.
right? But I see though, if it was done right, it would make a big change.
Vote to.
What are you adding up over there, Josh?
I'm writing notes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so vote no. Okay, I vote no. Jake votes no.
I think I was the only one that voted yes. Did anybody else vote their own?
You voted no.
Yeah.
No. No.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
What did Nelson vote?
Jake voted no. I'm looking at that right now.
But here's the
He
thing.
said no, but as individuals, we can't have whatever political affiliations we want. So Nick voted no.
Amanda.
And Amanda, no. So we have no.
Seven no's, 1 yes.
Okay, 7 no's and 1 yes. Okay. Failed 7 to 1. Okay.
There does have to be. There's a gray area on that political affiliation.
Dude.
We have to have some.
I'm not saying we're going to be like that. I'm not saying we're going to be like them.
issues.
But you can look at the Tea Party. They sent people straight on through. Although they did had backing by money
They were
to help
corporate
them.
influence.
But
They got
they
bought
all
out.
started. Yeah.
Yeah, there was
Actually, they were co-opted. Big business came in and started setting up freaking speakers and stages, and they were like, "Oh, you guys are the same as us." Yeah. And then they got up there and preached all the shit that they wanted to hear once they got in the office.
They had a Tea Party convention, and they were charging like $250 to show up at the convention.
You know how many people didn't go to that once they found that out? They passed a lot of people
Okay,
off.
so it
I just see
The vote to pursue Occupy becoming a political party failed. So as of now, this group does not advocate Occupy becoming a political party.
All right.
Okay, so on to the next topic.
Ask any of them if they have a topic they want to shoot out.
Okay.
Anybody online have a topic they want to shoot out?
Do we want to pursue the fracking issue? Because those people from Mansfield said that they would help out, they would help us get it taken care of in Defiance, and they would have people come to speak for us on our behalf, speak to us first, and then go to the city council with us to speak on our behalf.
Really?
Yeah. Do we want to try and look into something like that?
Roger, I think if we did that, I'd want it to be to where we would push for more like anti-pollution, you know what I mean, like getting to where our nature is protected under this, or at least to where no corporation can go dump chemicals, fracking or unfracking chemicals, obtained either way, and dump them anywhere, or drill wells and dump them anywhere they want within our county.
Well, now if they're trying to store it until it evaporates, then
isn't there something they can put in water to evaporate it? Oh yeah, it's called fire.
Okay. Jacob wanted me to say this statement, I'm sorry, before it skipped ahead. He said he thinks it's ridiculous that we even have to vote upon something like that. And he's ashamed for us that it took up so much of our GA time. And he said, while I respect everyone's opinion, I think it is clear that one person is trying to bend the group and what it is about for the personal wants.
Jake, if he's inferring me, I already can tell. And that's not the case, Jake. If you can hear me, I only brought that up to get people to think about how we can influence our government as a political party, where we can put in the government our people that we have, that, you know what I mean, that we elect, that we know. It's not to say, I've told you guys this before, I'm not here to control you guys. I'm not here to lead you guys either. I'm not trying to like grab a king's crown and rule. No, I'm not. If I do say things, it's to get you guys to think. That's it. I was telling Josh too, I did bring up about us being leaderless, Occupy without leaders and Occupy with leaders, and what the difference is, and to get people to think about what we can do, even though we're leaderless, to act as though we all do have leaders, you know? Us all being united from East Coast to West Coast on one issue at one time, that's huge. That would make so much more of a profound statement than every single town doing something different, you know?
All politics is local, though. It all starts locally. I mean, if somebody in Denver supports an issue that we have in Defiance, that doesn't really do anything.
Well, Occupy supporting an agenda of a nationwide issue, one nationwide issue at a time, I think is great. Meanwhile, you can still, at your local Occupy establishment,
do other little side things,
things that affect you as a community, that affect the state. Yeah.
I think it's insulting too, Jake, to judge. I think I don't think the topic was so far-fetched either. Well, political movement, Occupy as a political movement, that's not a far-fetched idea to call ridiculous and to waste time on it.
He just shared his opinion on the subject. That's all he did.
So what?
And he does agree. Says for pursuing corporate personhood and possibly pursuing signatures again as a suggestion to move on to the next topic. But
you keep playing with that cigarette, man. It makes me want to smoke.
Hold on, he's typing.
You want to take an intermission?
And Nick does agree with you. as far as it's not being a far-fetched
Right.
topic to bring.
Thanks.
But we
Nick.
did
Thanks,
spend an awful lot of time on it,
Yeah.
which
Which was we
is
about what,
understandable.
20 minutes.
I think we spent.
Time goes
We've
by
only
so
been
fast there.
we've only been streaming for an hour, so if we use half an hour, it's 50% of our time.
It wasn't an hour. It wasn't half an hour. We're gonna do a 5-minute intermission because unlike you guys that are at home, we can't smoke cigarettes in cabin fever. Be back.
Is there any online consensus of the fracking issue?
I like that issue too, because it's bad.
Yeah, I mean, if we make it illegal in Defiance County, then they have to go somewhere else. Because there's a lot of farmland in this county.
Yeah, well, I don't agree with them trying to cap off people's wells either and force them to use city water. I mean,
Let's see if there's any issue.
Yeah, my computer's about to die, so. Whew. Oh, thanks, bud.
I think Sean got pissed off.
Well, it's a democratic
And I think
organization, so.
And I think what Jake said needed to be said.
I agree. Oh, where's my camera at? Sorry, everybody at home. I'm kind of trying to move my camera around a little bit here. Okay. No, I wish there was like a way to make this easier to mount. You know, like a reverse thing.
Yeah.
That'd be so much easier.
Reverse.
Like if it wasn't like this, it was flipped around the other way. See what I'm saying?
You can flip it around any way. It's turned upside down?
No, what I mean, like this was turned around this way. So that way the lens was facing out, so that way I could put it on the back of my computer like this and it would.
Or why can't you do that?
Because this doesn't turn around 180.
Oh.
Unless I get a piece of tape or something, I could probably do that. Oh, how does that move?
Can't you get a clip?
For this?
Yeah.
Oh, I could probably do that. I tried going through it. And
You know those black paper clips? You know, it has like a spring, or like spring loaded.
yeah,
What if you hook two of those together? Hook one to the computer, one to the phone.
I could probably do that. I don't know.
Is there any consensus about the fracking issue online?
Okay, so anybody at home that's listening or watching, Roger has asked if there's a consensus on the fracking issue.
To at least bring somebody in for more information.
To at least get a speaker. Occupy Mansfield has got connections with geologists and different professors of geology and that. And at the Occupied Ohio General Assembly meeting, basically made a statement that they could get a speaker to come anywhere we wanted and speak on the issue. So I'd like to bring it to a vote, maybe that we could get a speaker to come to Defiance and discuss the issue with us a little further. Please vote yes or no as to whether you would like a speaker to come.
I already kind of know where he's going to cut the last bit. Remember, he was talking about that group that would come in and speak on our behalf for fracking. Yeah. We're going to take a vote on whether or not we want them to come in and have set up a meeting with them and talk about it further as to what they'll be doing and how they'll represent us.
And what they did for Mansfield.
And what they did for Mansfield, yes. So
Okay.
we're taking a vote now, right? So is it in favor, yes? Opposed, no?
Jake said he would only be in favor of it since you brought it up as a topic, if you would get the contact information and get it all set up. Or he said if you would get the contacts information and that and present it to the group. So
Jake, do you want me to get the speaker set up, or do you want information on who the speaker is going to be before you find out if you want them to speak?
Okay, here's what. Yeah, the vote. I thought the vote. My understanding was the vote that we were going to get this all set up for them to come and speak with us about what they can do. Even if it's a telephone conference call, you know, I mean, they don't even have to physically come here, but just to get a better understanding of what they do and how they come in and what they do.
Or even set up a webinar.
Right. Yeah, I'm down for that. I vote yes. Because I'm all about protecting the environment.
Hey.
That's one of my big issues.
Jake wants you to ask him again. He couldn't hear it.
Do you want me to just find out who the person is that's going to speak, or do you want me to actually set up the speaker to come in?
Both.
Well, here's the thing.
Because I've talked to Heidi from Mansfield, who we saw in Toledo, and she's the one that was talking about the person that she was working with, and how they. She said they would be willing to come and talk to us and for us.
Okay.
First of all, it's up to the group whether or not they come or not. And two, I thought of right now, let's get a video, see if you can get a phone call or an interview conference, something, you know what I mean, web, whatever, yeah, of them communicating with us as far as like what they do and how they do what they do and what they've done for that town, you know what I mean? See if you can set that up, you know what I mean, within a month or so. See when, you know what I mean, check out the available times and let the group know, and we'll go from there so we can all
See, we talked about this in October that we went up there.
Yes.
In October we went to Toledo. That's where we met them. They told us all everything that they did up there,
So right now,
and they were successful with their city council.
so is that the consensus as to what we're voting on? Is to get more information from them about what they do and how they do it?
Yeah, that's what I kind of want, because they said they have geologists and stuff that they
Right.
can have come speak to us,
Right.
like even at city council and whatnot,
But I'm
on the
talking about
topic.
consensus as what we're voting on for right now. Is that what?
Yeah, it's a vote to have somebody come and speak with us on a group
right,
level.
Right. We're not giving them the go ahead to do it, to come and speak for us, but just come and speak to us. Yes.
Jake said, personally, thinks there are bigger, more relevant issues that are more Occupy groups are involved in that we should pursue, and he thinks we will have more success with something with a more noticeable local impact. And
Like what?
said, I want to continue with the corporate personhood and not abandon it. And he said, what about that?
I don't think we're abandoning it.
It's not being
I
abandoned.
agree with not abandoning
They said that.
GMOs, educating people on that. I mean, I have an idea that's going to probably take everybody pitching in a few bucks on, but printing up information, educational pamphlets, and possibly a cardboard display to set up an information center like the mall, post offices. People can grab
Libraries.
Well, and seeing too, I heard that there are fracking issues with fracking being in Williams County, which I think that hits a little closer to home than Mansfield. And if it's happening in Williams County, or if they're having the fracking wells in Williams County, it's just a matter of time before they start to move into Defiance County, I would think.
And once they're
or
already
the
moved in,
surrounding
it's really hard to
counties.
get rid of them.
Yeah.
Once they're already
before
here.
they show up. Yeah. I think by doing this, we're not abandoning any other issue. It's just right now, and it's easy. It's readily available because you've already talked to them, or did they send you information about coming here and
Yeah,
talking?
we talked to someone Toledo in October.
So if it's something that we can tackle real quick and easy, like let's get this one out of the way. Let's do something with this one, see where it goes. But at the same time we're doing this isn't going to consume all of our energy. We can still do other things too at the same time, you know. But as far as this one though, we are going to have, if we do decide to do it, we are going to have to give it some relevance and do a couple events on it, do whatever it takes if that's what we're going to do to push forward with this one, you know.
And Jake, just to ease your mind on it all, the corporate personhood isn't being discarded. We've been put on hold by the city, and they said they weren't going to act on anything until after the election. Now it's been after the election. I still haven't heard anything from them. I saw the hell, the guy's name, the guy at the finance department. I saw the last city council meeting. He acknowledged me, but we didn't talk. So I figure if y'all want me to, I'll go to speak to him and find out what the holdup is currently on our petitions.
Okay, I was just going to ask if that's what this was pertaining to, our petitions, and how they, what was it, they gave us the wrong information or something, so...
No, they're just talking about being put on the next ballot.
Okay, and that what we did will actually count towards being put on the next ballot?
Right, and we haven't had anything back from the law director about that. So...
Man, this law director is like the ruler of Defiance, isn't he?
He's a cocksucker.
He is, dude. He gets to make up the laws as he goes, and he gets to be biased. And who's his boss? Who's this guy's his boss, man? Because this law director, he gets to say, well, that's bad. If you want that to be illegal, we'll make that illegal. If you want this to be legal, we'll make this legal. You know? Maybe that's the position we should go for. Law director.
Are you a lawyer?
I'm just saying, man.
You gotta be a lawyer.
All right. Jeez. I didn't know that position came with so much power. The chief of police has to get to him before he can make it.
Are we petitioning on the subject of HMO or GMOs? Is there any petitioning going on for that?
No. There is no petition.
Is there a response on what's been said?
We did have a petition. It was for the millions against Monsanto, but as far as like, we did it at our Occupy Monsanto protest, but as far as an organized push to get signatures for that petition, we have not organized anything yet.
That's from Defiance. We haven't. There might be another Occupy group that's doing it, but as far as Occupy Defiance, we're not doing it.
Okay, so um, hold on a second.
We still needed to get a. Did we get a vote as far as getting some kind of meeting set up with these people? Did we take a vote on that yet or not?
No.
I don't think we did.
No.
All right. You guys want to go back to that topic and let's take a vote on that?
Okay. Nicholas Nelson voted yes for the speaker to come.
Uh-huh.
I don't have a response. I don't think Amanda's online, so I don't know if I can get a response from her.
Did Jake give a vote?
We are voting on whether to have a speaker come and talk to us about fracking or other issues that Occupy Mansfield is involved with, possibly. Yes to have a speaker come, no to not have a speaker come.
Yes.
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 Okay. And Jake votes yes only if you arrange it.
We'll do it.
Okay. Okay, so that is.
What about Amanda? Amanda might be offline.
I messaged Amanda, but she's not online.
What about Josh?
Who?
Who? You. He said yes.
I vote yes.
Yeah, he voted yes.
I vote yes. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
It's a
6,
consent. Yeah. Right.
7.
Almost.
I have
I don't
more.
think anybody voted no.
Okay, so we have a vote for that. 7. And Sean Nestor just got back to me about the lawyer, and he gave me an email for a guy in the
Does
Lawyers
he have a
Guild.
phone number?
Really?
Huh?
But they have a phone number for you.
So what? An email's just as good nowadays.
The last two emails that's been sent hasn't been returned.
If emails. I was gonna say maybe an email can link you up to a page, a web page for that person. But then again, maybe not.
This is fucked up.
Okay.
Farmers spring milk in protest.
Okay,
Don't cry
so.
over spilt milk.
Oh, crap.
I just heard that kids over in England are doing that shit.
Hold on.
They're pouring-
Jake wants to call a
Pouring out
vote
their
for
milk?
something
No,
else.
a whole bottle of milk over their head to protest.
Really?
Yeah.
Protesting what?
How the government's milking them or some shit like that.
Oh, and they use that as a symbolism. That's funny.
It's fucked up. I mean,
You know,
just had a picture of the dude just pouring a whole gallon of milk over his head or whatever it was.
Jake, no, we don't know. I don't think we know the name. There's this guy who wrote a book who talks about how a revolution happens and how successful revolutions happen and what you have to do to get them to happen. And there's always steps or kind of like rules that you follow to get it to happen successfully. And one of them is burning your own property in protest. You make symbolized statements by trashing your own property. Like you can take out a refrigerator and write something on it and burn it or destroy it in the public eye. Do it in public view, and it's great symbolism. He also talks about how colors, bright colors, and all sayings should be in English. His English is like the dominant language, and colors are symbolism to relate a certain topic. Like if I have like a green billboard that says something, next time somebody sees that bright green color, they'll automatically think back to that sign they saw. I gotta get that book, but the book's been outlawed in like a lot of countries, dude. But it's pretty cool. The guy was a real old guy who died. But he did a lot of research over a lot of years.
If it's not outlawed here, it's probably definitely flag. It's probably a flag title, that's for sure.
I can't think of the dude's name or the name of the book, but I'll have to research it and I can find it if I research it.
Sean didn't give us a phone number, but he said he is easier to get contact with by email. Okay, so Amanda voted yes, so okay, so the group has voted on whether or not to have a speaker come and talk about fracking. It has passed 8-0, so Roger will be in charge of organizing the speaker.
And Roger, as soon as you get contact with them, as far as what's going on, can you go ahead and put a post in Occupy Active Members or Facebook or something so we can know, give us an update on that when that happens? Thank you, sir. Next topic. Anybody else got a topic?
The other
Well,
question
Jake
I
did
had.
said he wanted to vote on something else.
Did he?
Jake would like to have a vote to return to the stack procedure for our next meeting and for any meetings after that.
Stack procedure.
Yeah, in the beginning we came up because things were chaotic in the beginning when we first started, and things would transgress from topic to topic, and nothing would get solved. So we came up with what one of the first occupies were using.
Kind of like the majority of our meetings, things
Right.
go on and on, nothing ever gets solved.
So we came up with the procedure of everybody at the beginning of the meeting has time to write on some paper issues that they want to talk about. They get put in a stack. Stack master is either volunteers or is nominated, and he goes through the stack and reads them off one by one. He also, or she is also, in charge of trying to keep order or keep the talk on the topic. And when it comes to a conclusion, if a vote needs to be taken on an issue, it's taken there, filed, and next topic goes in. You know.
Okay, I like that.
And it is an idea from Occupy Wall Street.
Right. That's where it came from. Occupy Wall Street. I'm down for it.
Okay, if you want to.
Okay, we're taking a vote on whether or not to bring back the stack for future meetings. Yay for yes, no, nay for no. I'm in favor of yay.
Yay.
Yes. Yeah.
Roger, that was a yes.
Yeah.
I vote yes. And
I'm trying to keep things going though. You know what I mean? You always see a new topic, because I want us to get all these issues out. Anybody that's got them, bring them to the table.
Well, creating an agenda.
Well, see, the thing was
okay, Nick Nelson voted yes for the stack. Jacob voted yes. And I haven't had a reply from Amanda yet.
Well, see, you got to remember, like, once we started acting in that manner, after a few meetings, we were running real smoothly. You know what I mean? So we just did, you know what I mean? It just got pushed off to the side because we were running smoothly. But then
we stopped doing it because there was a big lack of participation. Again, 2 or 3 people would show up to the groups.
Sometimes
there's no reason. There's no reason to actually do
have a stack master. Yeah.
There's only 2 or 3 people. You know?
Right.
But whenever there's a bigger group and more things going on, we need more organization.
And I think, you know what? I think for the most part we were doing okay. I think the stack will bring back some more, you know what I mean? It'll progress it quicker. Our meetings, you know what I mean, will get done with quicker. Or at least the topics, you know what I mean? The issues will get out there quicker. We'll talk about them, take a vote if we need be. If not, boom, on to the next topic until all the topics are done.
Okay, Nicholas Nelson is asking what the next Occupy event is going to be.
Ask him what he wants it to be. What do you want it to be, Nick?
There's going to be a meeting next Tuesday.
I talked about this with Josh. I don't know who else was here when I brought this up, but this was part of the leadership conversation that I had. But one of the things was, all of us Occupy Defiance, we need to sit down and collaborate with one another and find the top 5 issues or the top 10 issues. The lower the number, the better. Like, 5 to 10. Focus on those. Come up with the 5 major issues that we all stand united with, and focus on those for a period of time. Each one individually. Focus on one for so long. Focus on the other for so long. And go through the list. And then once we get those done, we come up with another 5 or 10, and we focus on them, and we go through the line. So all these topics that everybody has issues with are presented, and something, at least the group deals with them in our fashion that we do,
That's kind of what the stack is for.
Well, this idea would have to be placed into the stack, because this idea gets all of us together and say, okay, everybody write down the 5 major issues that you want to see action take place in.
I think it seems like the 5 biggest ones have already been discussed throughout the course of this meeting. The Occupy Sandy, the in corporate personhood. I mean,
well, I think in corporate personhood's a big one. Income inequality is a big one. Uh, Money in government is a big one. Environmental issues is a big one. Food, I could say food and environment is one. And then what's another one?
Nick said he wants to go somewhere like a group trip.
Road trip.
What I had to say that is
I bought a group trip to Colorado.
calling
Yes.
for an Occupied Ohio General Assembly meeting, and we all make a trip down to Columbus to join in on that.
One other thing we could do is we could go visit Occupy Fort Wayne.
Or we could do that.
And get them involved in whatever we have the regional.
I don't know about y'all,
We can
but I'm
invite them
just here
along
for the
too.
women.
If we have a tie into them first, there's more chance of them coming.
Mhm.
Hey, hey.
Okay. How do you?
So-
Okay, can I ask you guys? How do you guys feel about that? Us coming together as consensus and
I
finding.
am all for it.
It's fine, but I mean the problem with it is it's too general. You know, food, you know, we're gonna do it having a bet on food. But I mean it needs.
Well,
Needs to be.
it'd be GMOs.
All right, but what I'm saying is,
You know.
you want to be specific instead of so general.
Well,
Because
no,
if you're
I'm
all
just.
general, then all you're gonna sit around and argue.
Yeah,
about
it wouldn't. When I say
20
food, I meant the GMOs.
Yeah, no,
And when
I-
I put environment and food together, it was, like fracking or
Right.
pollution.
But I mean, fracking and
protecting
GMO are two different
environment
issues.
and protecting health, food-wise.
Right.
Those would be, I mean, we could or we couldn't. It wouldn't matter to me. But I'm just saying that's an issue. Just like money in politics is an issue. Income inequality, that's one of my big ones. I hate that. I hate the fact that people can work 40 hours a week and still be available to get food stamps. How is that? That's too fucked up.
You say they work 40 hours a week and they're still able to get food.
Yeah, they're still able to get food stamps and they're working 40 hours a week.
Well, what about the ones who work 40 hours a week at companies who don't supply their people a living wage?
Right, that's what I'm talking about. They
still need the food stamps.
Right.
And one of them is probably the largest corporation in the world. That's Walmart.
Yep. Yes, we know them. We all know them well.
7th largest economy in the world.
That dude
There's
makes.
more people that work for Walmart.
Yeah, that guy, the owner of Walmart, he makes more in 1 hour than his common worker will in a whole year.
As far as the group meeting, like I said, maybe we can take ideas. He has gas money to donate, so any ideas for the meeting next week, we can bring it to option next week, and then we can vote on it or whatever.
Trip.
I mean,
Yeah.
we've talked about going to Fort Wayne for quite a while. We just haven't.
Okay. Oh, good lord. There is, in solidarity with whistle leak blower Bradley Manning, is back in court today to argue that all charges be dismissed due to unlawful pretrial punishment. There will be a vigil from 6 to 7 p.m. Thursday, November 29th at the U.S. Army Recruiting Station on 522 South Reynolds,
Toledo?
Toledo.
Can they open at 6 o'clock?
From 6
Garrett,
to
they'll
7.
be there. With candles.
Um, Bradley's expected to take the stand on 11/28, 11/29. Jake wants to have a vote as to whether we are going to support that. Do we want to go to Toledo and support that, or do we want to maybe have a vigil here?
I think a vigil. I'm out. I'm done with that one. I'm not even in that one. You guys go ahead and talk.
I don't know. I mean, I can say that I'm for the group supporting it. I can't say with any certainty that I can commit personally to a trip to Toledo. But I'm not against anybody else doing it.
And see, I think it's okay supporting this guy because he did a good deed, or at least he did what in my eyes I would do. I consider that right, exposing the truth for what it is.
Yeah.
But the thing is, though, I don't think the common people know about Bradley Manning and what his charges were or who he is. So if people see that, I think the common public aren't gonna relate to it at all. But that's my opinion. You know, I'm pretty sure there are some people that are hip to it, but my belief is that the majority of the public are clueless to it. It's not something that's in the mainstream media. It's not something that they're, made
Well,
to
it
swallow.
was what? How many years ago?
This was what, last year, I think it happened.
What, way 3 years ago?
Yeah.
3 years ago.
Oh,
Was it a few? It's already been a few?
Like 3
God,
years.
time doesn't go by
And
I
as
think
slow
in
as I want it
2009 or
to.
2010.
Jake's comment on that, and he said that it is an excellent chance to inform the public on the issue.
It's a lot of talking and getting people to listen. Can you sum it up in a sign? That's my question. Can you sum that up? I don't think you can sum that up in a sign other than free speech and what he did was right,
Hey, well, how is that any different than any other movement we have?
It's not.
So,
It's not. That's why I think, you know what? I think a vigil here is just as good as a vigil in Toledo. Although, if
you think
go
it's
to
what?
I think a vigil here is just as good as a vigil in Toledo.
Yeah,
So-
but
I
Jake's
disagree with that actually.
Jake's comment
If
said
you
that
have-
Toledo often gets things on the air.
Yeah.
So
Compared to
Because
Yeah.
if you have 5 people over here and 5 people over here and 5 people over here, you
Instead
don't really
of
have
bringing-
anything. But if you have 15 people in one area,
yeah, it's a little bit better. Makes a louder bang.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm all for supporting Occupy demonstrations in larger cities, and if even just a few members of our group can
just
attend
because
those,
we're the press is.
yeah.
I think I'm kind of in the shoes with you, man. I'm for it, but I can't commit to going there and
You know,
doing
it's something that my personal life, like, whether it be as a father
Or a worker.
or work,
Yeah.
that I just might not be able to do it. It's not that I don't want to.
Okay.
But you said he wanted to take a vote on that, right?
Yeah.
As far as like
Jake-
Occupy supports.
Do you want to vote as to whether we are in solidarity with them, or do you want to vote that we all load up in the car, go to Toledo, and
What-
be
yeah.
present at their vigil
What are
on
we
Thursday?
voting on, Jake?
We need to know specifically what you would like us to vote on.
Process with sugar.
No, it's like a spray paint.
He wants to vote that we load up in the car and
I
go.
knew it.
So
I'll say what you'll get a yay from me if he's the one that's supplying the car and the gas. Just like we got a yay from him if you were the one that initiated the phone call, Roger. He'll get a yay from me if he supplies the car and the gas money.
I'm for it, but
Nick said that he has money to chip in for gas.
Who's got the car?
I obviously have
You
money
have
to chip
the
in
car?
for gas. I have the car. I can fit. Well,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6.
Jake
One
said
in the
that he
trunk.
can chip in for a little bit of gas. Anybody else have a vehicle that could? Well, I guess there's only
If
going to
I
be
go,
like
I'll
5 of
put it
us
like
going
this.
anyway.
If I'm free to go, I'll chip in for gas too. So I'll vote for a yay on that.
if I can go, if I in fact can go, then
Yeah.
When is it? Wait a minute.
It's Thursday
And what time are they doing this?
from 6 to 7.
At night?
Yeah.
Okay.
Only for an hour?
It's not much of a vigil.
Our vigil's like at least a couple of hours. They either pray for an hour and stand quietly for an hour, or they talk rambunctiously for an hour.